you say, Krishna conscious tradition. These are the appearances and disappearances of the holy personalities. And tomorrow is the disappearance day of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We are here at the altar. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was a spiritual master of His Excellency Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So he's a very important person in our life for many reasons. But I will not speak about him. We will speak tomorrow more about his personality and what he has achieved. What I would like to say today is a little bit about the philosophy of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. What kind of philosophy he represented and what kind of, you can say, preaching he instituted. So I will read this verse here. And today, this particular topic I chose, it is topic of drashta. Anybody knows Sanskrit here? Anybody knows Sanskrit? Yeah. Drashta, drishya, and darshan. So drashta in Sanskrit means the seer. Seer, the seer. One who sees. If I look at this picture, I am the one who sees the picture. So I am the drashta. And drishya is the picture. It is this what has been seen by me. So this is drishya. This what has been seen. And the darshan means the process of seeing. So basically I am looking at the picture. This is a darshan. This is the process. With my eyes, I look at the picture, I am the seer, and the picture is the scene. Bist du bereit?
Ja, wollte auch probieren, ich gucke, wie die Übersetzung ist.
Auf Russisch?
Ja.
Okay, kannst du oder kannst du? Which language? I know which language. Welche Sprache sprichst du? Or English? Okay. If I speak too fast, then you have to catch up.
Ja.
All right. So again, let's repeat it. We will speak today about the topic of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. No translating?
Who's translating into German?
Wer braucht deutsche Übersetzung? Er braucht Deutsch. Du sprichst Polnisch, ja?
Ja.
Russisch oder nicht? Okay, dann er braucht Deutsch. Okay, hier, Dandrik macht, Dandrik hinter dir. Oh, Dandrik macht schon. Okay, dann alles ist erledigt, wir können einfach weitermachen. Geht's bei dir oder? Okay. Alles erledigt, alles ruhig. Bist du bereit? Are you ready? So, again, to repeat for the third time, we'll speak about drashta, drishya, and darshan. Drashta is a Sanskrit word which means the seer. I am seeing the picture. I am the drashta. Drishya is the picture, this which has to be seen, which is to be seen. And darshan is the way, the process, how I look at the picture, and this is called darshan. So this is what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur spoke. And this is the verse I thought corresponding to this, what I just wanted to say. So if you can I will repeat one line, if you can repeat after me. Tvam bhakti yoga paribhavita hrit saroja.
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 Now second line. Ase shuntek shita patona nunata pumsa. Ase shrutek shita patona nunata pumsam. So one more time. Ase shrutekshita patona nunata pumsam. Yad yad diyate urugaya vibhavayanti. Yad yad diyate urugaya vibhavayanti. Tat tat vapu pranayase sadanugrahaya. Tat tat vapu pranayase sadanugrahaya. So, the translation. The translation. Nur Übersetzung.
Which verse is it?
339. O my Lord, your devotees can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed, and you take your seat there. You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you. So, one more time. Oh my Lord, your devotees can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed, and you take your seat there. You're so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you. Was ist das jetzt? Es ist zu spät jetzt. Zu spät. Jetzt, ich will nicht das jetzt 10-mal. Jetzt 3, 9, 11. Ja. So, this is the point here Srila Prabhupada mentioned. This is a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is actually prayer by Lord Brahma. In this prayer by Lord Brahma, he prays for the creative potency to be able to create this material world, and then he offers this prayer. What is very interesting to us is this word Shruta Ikshita, Shrutekshita. And this means seeing through ears. How can you see through the ears? This is not possible because through the ears we only hear. Through the eyes we see. Through the skin we can touch. We cannot smell with the ear. You put something smells very nice and you put your ear and you smell. It does not work that way at all. Of course, this works for Krishna. Angani yasya sakalendriya vriti manti. This is a different story. The Krishna can actually through any senses. He can experience other senses through any senses. So, but for us, the conditioned souls, today this is the topic of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. This was one of his topic repeatedly that he was speaking about, and this is the topic of the seer. Kannst du besetzen? Can you do this, please? I cannot. I see that he's not translating. You're speaking something else.
I'm translating.
The seer and the seen. So, coming back again. Drishta means the seer and Drishya means the seen. So, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati asks, are we Drishta or are we Drishya? So, this is the fundamental question, even for devotees of the Lord Krishna. And particularly those who come to the temple and they see the deities and they say, oh, this is a wonderful, nice deity. So many in India, there's so many temples and people go to so many places and they see this deity. And, Deva, as we call it, darshan. So also the Hare Krishna devotees, we go in front of the deities and they're very nicely dressed, they're very nice garland, and we very much rejoice. Wow, Shishi Gonitai look very nice. Or Radha Shama Sundar, they look very, very beautiful. But Bhaktisiddhanta is asking, who is actually the seer and who is the seen. You know? So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati describes that the person who wants to enjoy this world is the one who considers himself the seer. But in reality, the reality is totally different. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati called this person a bogi, one who attempts to enjoy this world. Person who wants to enjoy this world, he considers himself to be drashta, the seer. And everything else is the object of his vision. So whatever we see is object of my enjoyment, including the Lord. You know, when people go to in front of the Lord Krishna, they pray, please let me pass this exam, or, you know, hey, Rishikuma, so let me pass this exam, or please let me get married, or let me find this husband, or let me find this, whatever, or let me become rich. Some people pray to the Lord, please Lord, I want to be rich. Some people want to become powerful. Everybody prays. But this is because we have a vision that we are the seer and Krishna is the seen. We see Krishna. But Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati says that devotees of the Lord have the proper vision. That they think that not I am the enjoyer, but Krishna is the enjoyer. Krishna is actually this drashta, and I am the drishya. Krishna is the seer, and I am the seen. So devotees, when we wake up in the morning, at 4 o'clock in the morning, we go in front of the Lord for our Mangala Arati, then we think, oh, very nice Lord. No, we think, Hare Krishna, I am here, and Lord is seeing me. So therefore, we dress always nicely. Therefore, when devotees come to the temple, the guests comes to the temple to see the Lord, they should dress nicely. And the reason is, the Lord is seeing us. Imagine the actual Krishna sitting on a throne. He is. But imagine that he sits on a throne, you come in some, you know, dirty clothes, and Krishna says, okay, this is how you respect me. If you know, I don't know, some politician or very famous musician that we admire will invite us to come today for lunch, how would you dress? Would you dress in your cheapest and best clothes? No, you would dress very nicely because as an honor. So we also try to dress very nicely. We shower, we are fresh, we put tilak. We dress in these clothes, devotional clothes, because this is what Krishna likes to see. And when he sees us, we say, okay, Krishna is then satisfied. When Prabhupada once were in India, Prabhupada was in India with his disciples, and some person said something, and Prabhupada said, look at my disciples. They look like they just came from Vaikuntha. Imagine, your disciples just came from Vaikuntha. Why? Because they were all shaved nicely, nice tilak, nice dhoti, nice kurta, very clean, nicely dressed. And Prabhupada said, this is how they look like Vaikuntha Vasis, the residents of Vaikuntha. And devotees have this proper vision. And vision is that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. And because he is the seer, he should be actually served by everyone. So this is the interesting thing, you know, because we think, you know, when we think I am the enjoyer, I am this, as Bhaktisiddhanta calls it, bogi. I am the enjoyer, and I see things, and I see this temple, and I see the deities on the altar. It's very nice. I'm very pleased. You know, it was a joke. It was not actually a joke. It was a real thing. Once we were in, I cannot remember. I think it was in America. We were still in America. The one person came, or was it in Germany? Anyways, one person came to the temple, and he called the pujari. Pujari just did the arati to the deities, and he came to pujari and he said, I want to tell you something private. So the pujari went to the room, the man following, and the man said, you know, I'm very pleased how you worship me here in this temple. He was very pleased how people worship him in this temple. Of course, we know this is total illusion. But the point is that we think we are the enjoyers, in this world, and therefore we see it in this way. But Krishna is actually the one who sees, and we are the ones who are to be seen. So, therefore, there are two types of vision. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati says the two types of vision. One vision is called Goloka Darshan. This is, as we said, the process of viewing is called Darshan. So therefore, Bhaktisiddhanta said there's a Goloka Darshan or spiritual vision, and there's a Jagat Darshan or mundane vision. So this is another way to actually explain what is this Krishna consciousness all about. What is it? So Goloka Darshan is the transcendental vision where the Krishna is perceived as the center of all existence. So Ishvara Parama Krishna Sacinandana Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Krishna is Sarva Karana Karana. Krishna is the supreme everything. He is the controller, he is maintainer, he is the creator, he is the supreme enjoyer. Adi Purusham. We sing Govindam Adi Purusham Dhamaham Bachan. So this is everything in this world is actually meant for Krishna's enjoyment. So this is an interesting point. Prabhupada says, whoever does not recognize that everything comes from Krishna and take it for themselves, this person is considered a thief. The verse for the Isha Upanishad, Ishava Samidam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatam Jagat Tyena Tyaktena Bunjita Mat Grida Kasva Sritanam. Meaning, everything in this world is owned and to be enjoyed by the Lord. And one should take only thing which is necessary for one's survival, knowing well to whom it belongs. So this is the proper attitude of the devotee. And those who take more, Prabhupada says they're thieves. Once Srila Prabhupada was talking to one businessman, and he told him like this: everybody in the material world, if you take things there, you consider a thief. And the businessman said, but Swamiji, this was in India, Indian businessman. But Swamiji, I'm honest businessman. I make money. And he says, what kind of business you do? And the man said, I'm doing the glass business. And said, oh really, glass? And how do you manufacture glass? And he said, well, we use sand. And Prabhupada said, and where does sand come from? And then the man said, from Krishna. He says, and Prabhupada says, then you're a thief. And the man says, but Swamiji, I give donation to the temple. And Prabhupada says, then you're a small thief. Not so big. But the point is that everybody has to understand that this is called Goloka Darshan. Everything is meant for Krishna's service. Anasaktasya Vishayam Yataham Upayanjata Nirbandha Krishna Sambade Yukta Vairagya Muchyate. Meaning, a verse by the Rupa Goswami who says everything is actually everything should be connected to the service of Krishna because everything belongs to Krishna. How can we renounce something which does not belong to us? So, okay, I renounce this rule, but you cannot renounce, it doesn't belong to you in the first place. So therefore, one should use everything in Krishna's service. This is Jagat, this is actually Goloka Darshan according to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. And Jagat Darshan, this materialistic darshan, is when Jiva considered himself, that we, as living entities, considered ourselves to be center of existence and view everything as meant for my own personal enjoyment. And therefore we have exploitation nowadays, exploiting the resources of the earth. It was always like this, exploiting. Even it is said that Hiranyaksha in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam was exploiting the earth for oil, even then. And the earth was full of holes, just sank to the bottom. So even then, so exploitation is always there. And the reason is because they see, oh, this is mine. Nowadays they want to, apparently they went to the moon, although we know what's the real story, but what did they do? They put the flag on the moon. United States of America. This is our property. This is totally ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. And now they want to go to the Mars. They put the flag there. This is even more ridiculous. Because what is the ridiculousness of it is that we will all die. And the point is that in the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Mother Bhumi, Devi, the earth, personified, was laughing. So they were looking, why is Mother Bhumi laughing? She said, I'm laughing to all these kings in the past who thought they will conquer me. They will conquer this piece of land. They will conquer that piece of land. But where are they all now? They're dead. They're all dead. So who has conquered me? We have this, land, countries, we have Germany. Even 50 years ago, the Germany looked, I don't know, 50, maybe 70 years ago, Germany looked very different than now. All the way to Kaliningrad. We know the famous Immanuel Kant, the German philosopher. He was actually living in Russia. Kaliningrad. Königsberg, yes. All this. Schopenhauer was born in, what is that? Danzig.
Danzig, yeah.
He was born, Schopenhauer was born in Danzig.
Yeah.
So everybody, all these famous people, they're all German, they're all born in Czech Republic or Poland or Russia or this was Germany before.
Yeah.
And then Germany became smaller. Now we have an influx of so many refugees, foreigners, and they was like, we want to protect our borders, but your borders are protected as long as there's a karma allows. And then again, there'll be some other country, and there'll be another country, and we'll also want to protect our strong borders, And then there'll be another country and another country. Mother Earth will just sit and laugh, simply laugh. Because we cannot control anything. In this material world, we are not possessors, we are passing by. We don't possess anything. Anyways, I don't use the example, but we don't own anything. We do not own anything. We cannot take anything with us. Is this famous German song? Anybody from Germany here? From old school? Das letzte Hemd hat leider keine Tasche. This is the famous song. Das letztes Hemd hat leider keine Tasche. Man lebt nur einmal auf der Welt. Naturally, this is the wrong philosophy, the second part of it. But the first part of it is actually true. This letztes Hemd means the last. This is the last. You're going, dying. There's no. You cannot take your money. You cannot take your, gold, or diamonds, whatever. As they have these stories of, these pirates. They found a big chest full of diamonds or gold, and they hid it in the cave, and they died. And this gold will be found to somebody else, and there will be somebody else's gold, and somebody else's gold, and there will be complete meltdown. The world is such that we cannot take anything from it. So therefore, this Jagat Darshan is actually improper. The problem with Jagat Darshan, meaning materialistic darshan, materialistic view, is that even Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said, even the Godhead, even God, they see for their own enjoyment. Even God Himself. So when they, as I said, please God, give me this, give me that. Some years ago, this was very famous in India, maybe 30 years ago, they were singing, my dear Lord, give me house by the sea, color TV, Jaya Jagadisha Hari. Nowadays, color TV, we exchange with the latest laptop, whatever, the iPhone, 67, whatever the latest iPhone is. But the prayer is the same. My dear Lord, if you could just, I want to buy this Toyota. If you could just have it. So we see the Lord, as Prabhupada says, the order supplier. Prabhupada uses many times this prayer, oh Lord, give us our daily bread. Why should Lord give us our daily bread? Prabhupada says, the Lord supplies everybody, the elephants who eat, how many, I don't know, anybody knows, hundreds of kilos of grass. Every day, huge elephant. The Lord surprised them. They're eating. But it's not the Lord directly supplies them. They're supplied by the karma, actually, by the material nature. So this Jaga Darshan is totally wrong. And even, interestingly enough, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati says that if one has this Goloka Darshan, one sees, although in the material world, one sees and lives in the spiritual realm already, even while living in this mundane sphere. So this is Prabhupada called this spiritualized. We have to spiritualize our senses, spiritualize our house, spiritualize our existence. Sometimes Prabhupada call it Krishnaized. We are Krishnaizing our food. Our food is normal food. Everybody eats normal food, broccoli, whatever, grains. But we are Krishnaizing it by offering it to Krishna. So therefore, it is spiritualized. So therefore, because we have this Goloka Darshan, Goloka view, we are viewing that everything belongs to Krishna, and everything before we eat, things should be offered to Krishna. And therefore, as Bhagavad Gita verse says, that those who don't offer food to Krishna, verily eat only sin, although they may be even vegetarian or vegan. Because not offering to Krishna, not recognizing that Krishna is actually the main enjoyer. Even those who, anyways, this is the point here. This Goloka Darshan is better in the sense that we can live even in this life, in this planet, on this planet, in our family. We don't need to be sannyasis, we don't need to be great renunciates, but we can spiritualize our existence by having Goloka Darshan. See, Krishna everywhere is meant, this is everything meant for Krishna enjoyment. So now the next question is, how do we see Krishna? As we go in front of the deities and we see Krishna and we think, wow, this is very beautiful. This is nice. This is called direct perception. Direct perception. So, direct perception, Sanskrit? Pratyaksha. Pratyaksha, direct perception. We see things with our eyes. I see this beautiful picture of Radha and Krishna and the Ashtasakis, the 8 gopis. Again, that doesn't mean we go in front of the deities and we just put like this and we say, we don't look, we are looking at the Lord. No, we are hearing means that we are hearing about Krishna's qualities, fame, name, and his abode. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati says, he who sees an object, it is called a seer. So we are seeing the object. And the object is seen, but the observer is called the seen. And this instrument, the process, how we do this is called sight. And Prabhupada said, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati says very interesting, he said, it is common error in everybody, or mistake and a failure, to think that the sense of sight is actually seen. That we see the Lord and we actually think this is the Lord. Although it is, we know it's not to the Lord. But the point there is that we have to hear about the Lord, and also how do we hear about the Lord is by becoming qualified to actually hear about the Lord. Prabhupada says here many times, the people sometimes say, can you show me God? Or have you seen God? Actually there was I think in the 70s, there was in this book by Kurma Prabhu, I forgot the name, but I think it's like Great Transcendental Adventure is the name of the book by Kurma Prabhu, Prabhupada disciple, about the beginning of the movement in Australia. And when Prabhupada came to Australia for the first time, devotees were so excited about Prabhupada. They made huge posters and picture of Prabhupada and the big letters like this, written, he sees God. all over, I don't know which city was one of the big cities. He sees God. Imagine you walk on the street and picture of Prabhupada, he sees God, Okay. Many people were very antagonistic, came to this, we know from the videos, that very always, they ask so many provocative questions because the Lord is presented in such a not humble way, you can say. He sees God, you know. I think so. But Prabhupada says here, people say sometimes, can you show me God or have you seen God? And Prabhupada says, yes, I have seen God. You can also see God. How? There must be qualification. Qualification. And then Prabhupada gives this wonderful example. If you have a motor car, if you have an auto here, and it says if something is wrong with the car, you can open the engine and you can look at the engine. And what can you see? You can just see some machines there. You will not know how to look. And he said, but if you go to the mechanic will open and he will immediately know what's wrong. Immediately. Why? Because he has qualification to see this machine. He has the qualification to see some mechanics, they don't even look actually. I know some mechanics. They're just listening, isn't it?
Yeah.
The car is running and they're just listening like this. This is wrong. I think Paramatma does this. Paramatma, he's just listening. He's not even looking at the car. He knows by sound. I saw it actually. There was this much of it. So this is the expert mechanic. So Prabhupada said, so if for one machine, which is just an ordinary machine in the material world, we require so much qualification, how much qualification we need to actually see God? So, when somebody asks, can you show me God? Our answer is, do you have qualifications to see God? Because God is not easily seen by actually people, because it is said in the Bhagavad Gita 7:25, Naham prakasha sarvasya. Anybody knows? Yoga maya samavritaha mudoyam nabijanati lokamam ajam avyayam. The Krishna says, I'm never, Naham prakasha, I'm never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. Mudoyam nabijanati. In this world, Krishna is never manifest. I'm covered by yoga maya samavritaha. I'm covered by my external, my transcendental energy, and people cannot see me. It is said that Vrindavan Dham in India, we can go, and Krishna is still present there eternally, performing his pastimes, but we cannot see it. We go there, see monkeys stealing our glasses, cheating us for rickshaw, whatever. We see the this and that external things, but we cannot see Krishna because Naham Prakasha Sarvasya Nogamaya Samarita. We cannot see Krishna because we don't have qualifications to see Krishna.